All right, so we're going to start with buying a brand new vehicle. Before we start, okay, pay attention to this one. Tax is included. If the question ever says, if the province ever says tax is included, please do not add more taxes to it, because sometimes students are like, oh, I'm supposed to add taxes to it? No, that means it already has everything in it. If it says plus taxes, it means that taxes need to be calculated on top of that number, okay? All right, let's dive right in here. You guys need to leave? Okay. All new vehicles in Manitoba are subject to, good luck, are subject to RST and GST. Have you ever heard of RST before? You know it probably as PST, but it is actually now called RST, Regional Sales Tax, okay? So it's still there, and it's a total of 12%. All new vehicles in Manitoba have to pay air tax and tire tax. Air conditioning tax, that's what the air tax stands for, okay? So make sure you write all of these things down because it's the terminology that is important here. Standard equipment is basic equipment that is included. In the MSRP. What am I talking about? Anybody heard of the MSRP before? When you see ads for cars, it's at the top right corner of this booklet. But it's basically the price that is suggested, right? It stands for manufacturer's suggested retail price, what it should be selling for. Okay. Optional, obviously, are extras that you can add for a fee. Warranty, a plan that covers major repairs, but not regular maintenance. Okay, it's just like a major breakdown, like your transmission, your engine. 4A, specified time or mileage. Mileage is how many kilometers you've driven. Oof, what happened there? It's supposed to be a G, mileage. Freight is the cost of transporting the vehicle from the manufacturer to the dealer. So if you buy brand new, you probably pay that, okay, the freight cost. You see these big semis with all the brand new cars on the back, right? Somebody's paying for that. It's not cheap. PDI stands for pre-delivery inspection. So I don't know if you ever watch ads, it says plus freight and PDI. So somebody gets paid for testing these cars, the brand new cars, by the way. Air tax, it's $100 in Manitoba. All the cars we buy are in Manitoba, by the way, guys. In this unit, we just deal with Manitoba. Air tax is $100. I would highlight that and maybe add it to my study sheet. Applies to all vehicles with air conditioning. It only applies to brand new vehicles, okay? This is a federal tax. Tire tax, a provincial fee. Applied to any vehicle purchased at a dealership to fund, watch this. What does the tire tax fund? It funds the nationwide tire recycling program. And it usually costs $4 per tire, okay? This is a provincial tax. So how much would a brand new car pay on tire tax? How much? 4 times 4 is 16, right? But there's the spare tire, so 5 tires, so 20 bucks. It's not much, but. And you know what recycling is? Like, you know how they shred it and then they use it for like playgrounds? Or they make flower pots out of recycled tires. Like, all of that is funded by this money, okay? Trade-in. Most car dealership will take your used vehicle and subtract, before adding tax, its value from the purchase price of the car. So trade-in is going to be important as well to remember. Depreciation amount is the amount by which an item decreases in value. Depreciated value is the value remaining. And here are your first 3 entries guaranteed on your study sheet. I will tell you this, none of these formulas will be found on any formula sheet or anything like that. I made these formulas for students, so if you, I would strongly suggest you add these to your study sheet, but make it short, okay? Don't use up as much as I'm using up here. There's one thing I would like to add here. So on your study sheet, okay, have a section called new. Like, you'll call it vehicle finance, and you will have a section called a brand new vehicle. These formulas apply to a brand new vehicle, okay? And I just want to say that the sticker price is the base plus options plus AC tax, tire tax, freight, PDI. That's like anything could be in there. And once you know the sticker price, you can actually calculate the car price, like how much you're going to have to pay, including taxes. Okay? Okay, one thing. Pay close attention. I know it's Friday. You're thinking of anything but math right now. But let's say you're calculating the sticker price, and all I give you is the base price and like $3,000 worth of options. And I ask you, calculate the sticker price. Then those are the only 2 things that you're going to add, and that's your sticker price. Okay, so some students think, oh, I need all of this, Mr. Dirksen, you're not giving me enough information. No, this is all the things that could be part of the sticker price. But we don't always are given all of that, okay? This is the new car plus tax. So this is including taxes. That's why the 1.12 is there. If it's total taxes paid only, right, this is only tax. Very important, okay? Then what is the difference between this formula and this formula right here? That's the only difference in terms of numbers, calculations. Sticker minus trade, 1.12, 0.12. So if you only want the taxes, then you just want to multiply by 0.12, not 1.12. And you're going to practice this and have fun with it, okay? All right. Let's keep going. Let's go to page 2. I need to figure out how to use my camera because it's a different setup here. There we go. So Brianna lives in Swan River. She plans to buy a new car. So that's a key word. Right now, that's all we know. But a new car. Okay, so you go to your study sheet, vehicle finance, new car. Okay. The base price is $18,455. She made a list of extra charges she has to pay. the dealership has offered to take her old vehicle as a trade-in. Okay? So here are the extra charges slash options. The first thing it's asking me is determine the sticker price. I will do this for you because you're still learning that sticker is base plus options plus AC plus tire tax, that is, plus freight plus PDI. That is essentially everything that could fit into our sticker price. Okay. So let's see what we've got. Sticker. What is the base of the car? That's my standard original price. That's $18,455. Plus, what are my options here when I look at the side here, the box there? I will highlight options like this, and I will say that extended warranty is an option, security package is an option, entertainment package is an option, and then the air tax, tire tax, all of that has its own entry, right? So I'm going to add this up and get a number out of that. Let's see if I can squeeze it in here. You see that on the side here? I'm just going to add all those options up here, and I get $3,489. So I'm going to take the options into here, into my formula. So these options, right, are here. Plus AC tax. I call it AC, but it's really air tax, right? 100. Plus tire tax is right here, 20 bucks. Plus freight and PDI, it's combined here. It's 400, so I'm just going to go 400. Does the trade-in fit into this at all? The trade-in, no. It has nothing to do with the sticker price. So the trade-in, leave it. Okay? So let's figure out what the sticker is. You add all of these numbers up, and you get $22,464. If it's a whole number, you do not need to do the 00, but it's probably a good idea to go for it, right? So there's your sticker price. It's basically everything you see in that box except for the trade-in. No taxes, nothing like that on here yet, okay? It's acting up every once in a while, eh? It's like something weird happening there. Okay, let's keep going. It says, what is the total purchase price plus tax? Okay. So it wants you to add taxes, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Buying a brand new car, the formula is as follows. Sticker minus trade times 1.12. Question, is there always going to be a trade-in? Nope. So this trade could sometimes be 0, okay? Question, what do brackets mean? Do it first, exactly. Like I put the brackets in there for a very specific reason, so please use brackets. So we're going to go sticker 22,464 minus my trade is 6,125. times 1.12. Please don't rush this. You're so close, right? So grab your calculator, and I'm going to go 22,464 minus 6125. I get that number. And now you may get rid of the brackets because you've done the subtraction. You've performed that. So here we go, times 1.12. So when you multiply something by 1.12, you're adding the 12% taxes to this price already. So it's much faster. 18,299.68. That is the price after tax or plus tax. Sorry guys, I'm figuring out my camera here. Get your technology right, Mr. Dirksen. Like, seriously. How hard is that, right? How hard is that? It's a camera. Okay, one more. Calculate the taxes only for Brianna's purchase. So tax only, I'm just going to go sticker minus trade times what? 0.12. That's right. So I'm going to borrow my numbers from up top. Let me move this up a little bit for folks back there. This is 16,339, sorry. And here it is. $1,960.68. Okay, so taxes only, but this is already the price plus tax. Okay, so taxes only. So you paid almost $2,000 on taxes there. Okay. Do you notice that they take off the trade-in before you pay taxes? Do you notice that? That's why it's actually pretty cool if you have a trade-in, because it's better than cash. It's if somebody were to tell you, hey, I'll give you $6,125 cash to go buy your car, or it's like, here's a trade-in worth that much, take the trade-in, you'll save on taxes, okay? Because they take off that amount from the total price and then apply taxes, okay? All right, I'm gonna stop talking for a bit. I'm gonna ask you to try page 3 here, and I'm gonna walk around a bit and apply what you've just learned. And then you can try page 9 and 11 if you're done already. But for now, just focus on this page, okay? Is there a trade in here? So what I want to say here is, especially when it comes to the first question, I know that tire tax was mentioned in the formula, but if it doesn't, I'm just going to say if it doesn't mention it in the costs that were incurred, you just ignore it, okay? So the formula is just saying if it's there, you add it, but if it's not mentioned, you just ignore it, okay? So your sticker is that. Don't forget to actually add the base price or the standard price, MSRP. Guys, MSRP, standard, base, all the same. Okay? One more thing. There's no trade-in, correct? So you either put a 0 in the subtraction or just ignore it altogether. I'm just going to say I would like to cover depreciation real quick so that you have some time to wrap your head around it. It's not that complicated. So what I'm going to say is if this didn't work out for you, you'll still have another chance in the pages that follow, like pages 9 and 11 have more of these types of questions, so you can give it a try there and see how it goes. So D is kind of imagining there was a trade and all of a sudden, and then you added taxes, and your new price after tax would have been this. Okay. I can post the key to this as well. I want to do depreciation, okay, guys, before we go? And then on Monday, if there are some questions, I will gladly answer them, okay? So can I ask you to go to page 4? Calculating depreciation. Did everybody come back already? Tyson. Okay. I will talk about the actual concept of depreciation, but the short version is that all cars lose value over time. Okay? As soon as you buy it, it's not worth the same anymore. Okay? So we're going to go to the bottom part here on page 4. And I will just say, I'll just talk about that example, okay? So there's a truck that is valued at $28,595. And the estimated depreciation rate is 20% per year. That's what the value drops by every single year. And I use this table to get you started. Later on, we will not use a table. So calculations, year number 1, you start with the 28,595. You multiply it by 0.20 because 20 divided by 100 is that. And if you do the math, you lose 5,719 the first year. Right? So 28,595 times 0.2. So you lose that much first year. So how much is what's left on your value, right? So you basically start, can you write down 28,595 is what your starting amount was? We're going to subtract the 5,719 that is being lost. So your residual value at the end of the first year is 22,876. So that's how much your car is worth, page 4, bottom of page 4. 22,874 is what your car is worth at the end of the first year. Okay? Year 1 happened. You take this with you to year 2. You lose 20% again of that. Okay? You find out what 20% of that is. So just multiply it by 0.2. So year 2, you will lose 4,575 and 20 cents. So you subtract that from your value that you had at the beginning of the year, and you're left with $18,380. So after 2 years, the car is worth $18,300. And guess what? The third year, you just repeat that process one more time. We're going to highlight this a little bit. 20%. Figure out what 20% is. I'm blocking it, I know. I'm going to move it. $3,660.16. So now your value drops even more. And your last number is $14,640.36. We're going to add a few more things to this, okay? If it's asking how much you've lost, you will just add up these three numbers here. If it's asking how much the car is worth at the end of the 3 years, you just state that last number right there. So A, the depreciated amount after 3 years, it is going to be 5,719 plus 4,575.20 plus 3,660.16. Just write this down, okay, before you go. So you lost $13,954.36. It's basically all of these numbers combined. Okay. B, what is the value of the truck at the end of the 3 years? The answer is $14,640.36. I'm going to give that a different color. I'm going to highlight this number and saying that, right, it's the same number there. That is the depreciated value after 3 years. So, we didn't have a whole lot of time at first, okay? So can I ask you to try pages 9 and 11? Yeah, I'm just going to stick to that homework. Pages 9 and 11, not 9 to 11. I'm going to post more than that in terms of keys, but just try 9 and 11, all of it, to have a pretty good grip on how things go. Okay? Thank you, guys.